Very good to see you. How are you? Nice to see you the other day.
À la banque, l'Américain Kim Jacobs a rang de vice-président chargé des engagements en Afrique. Dans ce monde qui a changé, dont parle Jim Adams, la banque exige désormais une dose de social.
It's a pleasure to see you here in Washington.
Thank you so much for what you're doing for us in Uganda, but we've had a long meeting with him for about 2 hours, I think. So I thought he should brief you, and then if anything you want to raise.
It's funny, you keep attracting these guys back to work on Uganda for a long time in the past. All right. Look, the way this has been reported to me is not so much that you all are pro, have a high priority for infrastructure, but you have sort of a negative priority for some of the other stuff that we've been involved with for a long time. For instance, primary schooling and basic health and that like. Is that correct?
No, sir. I think if one is forced, is it infrastructure now, roads or primary schools, primary education? If just either or, then he would say probably at this juncture would say, let's have roads first.
It's not a question of primary school or secondary, tertiary, vocational. It's a question of the balance, always.
Okay.
And we need to discuss this because, the way we look at it, the kids aren't getting educated. You got a health problem in Uganda that is very, very serious.
Right.
We've got the feeder roads are not being maintained. I mean, if these all were happening, I would, or they were gilt-edged or something, we would definitely. But these are the sort of the development issues.
Now, you see, instead of pushing one area, possibly to material neglect of the other, we should try and push them together. What's necessary, particularly from the point of view potential growth in the economy. We found that, as a matter of experience now, that however how many schools you take primary schools, learning to read the Bible and the local newspapers, that will not help us to take off. We can go on growing coffee, but that won't help us really to move into the, so you feel like the secondary phase of industry, of development.
No, well, you can't go to the other side without this base.
But
I'm saying that if the people don't know how to read and write and count and add and subtract, they're not going to be able to engage in the modern age. That's all there is to it. That's my going-in position, and I want you to understand that that is a going-in position.
I agree with you.
And I've got a stack of evidence, and you're going to have to overcome that evidence if you're going to win this argument.
Un cran plus haut, et à l'heure du thé, le président de la Banque mondiale, James Wolfensohn, rencontre Yoweri Museveni, l'ex-guerriero, devenu dirigeant de l'Ouganda.
So, Your Excellency, I think you got my letter.
I did indeed. I did indeed.
I think the main bottleneck now to our development are the roads. See, if the roads were open, the major ones and the feeder ones, then a number of things would happen. First of all, the peasants would be able to market their crops.
Right.
Then the traders would be able to easily carry goods to the rural areas.
Thanks.
Then also the investors would find it easier to go up country and invest there. So roads go into everything. They affect tourism. Tourists don't want to bump on roads for 20 hours.
Kind of.
They want to drive smoothly and go back to the towns. So they affect everything.
Yeah, you don't have to convince me. If you take roads, you must maintain them. And I think what we did previously was to help on the road maintenance. And we're now looking at the new road program.
In my previous job of fighting,
Yes.
I was used to prioritization. It was our friend Mao Zedong who told us that to hit with both arms
Yes.
in two directions at the same time
Yes.
is bad fighting.
Yes.
You would rather fold your arms and you concentrate your blow
Yes.
in one area
Yes.
and achieve a target.
obviously we agree that roads are essential to development. It's a question of whether it's the only thing you do or whether it's the first thing you do, and it's clear now, I think, as a matter of priority that we should take a look at it. So my guess is you'll get your way, which I think you're used to doing.
No, no.
We'll have a lot of undereducated people using the roads.
No problem. They will, once they have got incomes.
Yeah, then they'll provide
Yes,
education.
yes, yes, yes.